I've just reflected on my dating life in 2022 ongoing to 2023. And I spent all of 2022 dating the wrong people because what I've come to realize is that I love dating fuckboys. And let me tell you why. They know how to charm a girl. They're charming in itself. Like they compliment you. They are funny, generally good looking. They have that swab. And because they make you a little nervous and there's that banter that comes with, someone who knows how to talk to women that way. And I love extroverted sort of men. I'm quite bubbly and open, so I am also flirty, so that's the problem. And I'm just finding it really difficult to find someone who is on that same level. It's funny. It's not as a form of entertainment, but match your level. I've always dated guys who were quite the opposite of me, and it just never worked out because we're just too different to the point where we just annoy each other. So I'm just trying to look for something different in 2023. But the majority of these extroverted men are just fuckboys. And there's a reputation for it too. So, yeah. And I'm not a put your eggs in one basket kind of girl either. I do think that you should be dating multiple people and raising your standards and but obviously honing in on exclusivity when you do find that person and then seeing you're on the same page. I understand all those things, but yeah, it's a lonely place when you value your self-respect and your time and your energy. So I just don't want to settle.
With the video that we just watched, I don't know, I would say that she's a pretty attractive girl, right? So yeah, and she says a few things in here that's pretty interesting, but what do you think as far as what she said?
I could definitely see, or I definitely understand why she's attracted to that jerk, right, or to the bad boy, whatever you want to call it. But I think there's a lot of things in there that's kind of contradicting to herself, in terms of she says she's more than one guy, right? She'll talk to more than one guy. She's a flirt, yada yada yada. But then all she dates fuckboys. That's what she's gonna basically attract, right? Because if your guy finds out, oh, this girl's talking to multiple guys, and immediately they're kind of no, she's not someone I want to talk to long term. She's just gonna be hit it and quit it type thing. So then that's what it's kind of a revolving door, right? She's realizing it happened, but it's because of her own actions really that I think have an influence in it as well.
I would completely agree. She pretty much said the quiet stuff out loud where she's I love dating fuckboys. Guess what? Just want to bring in a reality. Majority of women love dating fuckboys. You know what I mean? And she kind of breaks it down. And it's pretty interesting because she tells on herself, like you said, she tells on herself and she tells on majority of women out there, which is the fuckboys, guess what? They have a confidence to them. They have a suave to them. They know how to bring in that drama, that banter. They know how to control it. They have leadership and control of the relationship. She says, oh, I kind of like to date people like me, right? I like to date and not put all my eggs in one basket. And it's interesting because basically what she's saying is, I like to date a guy and be with a guy who has options, which is true. Women are attracted to this. Women see this as, it's not only me who wants you, there's other women that want you. When women understand that other women want you, they have it in their mind, right? That, hey, there's something that he brings other women want. So there's something special, quote unquote, special about this guy. Or really, he's just being a man. He's really living in his masculinity. They label them fuckboys, right? But if we break down the term basically as women that they just go and fuck, right? It's just somebody that they pretty much use, right? If you really look at the nice guys, the guys that women say that they want, that they try to build up, that they try to mold, that this is the perfect guy. Oh, he's in tune with his emotions. He's emotionally available. He's this and that, whatever, right? How many of those guys do you think they're fucking? Maybe there's one that snuck in there. These other guys, these fuckboys, I mean, they just dive right in there. They love it. Just as she said, I love dating these guys. And now she's saying, oh, you know, now I'm trying to know my value, my worth. You know, she doesn't really say it in this video, but I'm more than sure the reason why she's coming to this reality is because she's older now. She's probably realizing that her options are dwindling. You know, now she's realizing the consequences of her actions. Like you said, maybe something now where guys know that, hey, you know what, she's recreational use only. She's not somebody to have a long-term or exclusive relationship with. So now she's like, I'm trying to have different boundaries or have different standards, you know, and I have to realize that I have to get out of dating the fuckboys. I think it's pretty interesting, but I mean, out of what I said, well, what do you think?
She even said too, like, oh, I tried dating, you know, someone different and like it just didn't work out. We were annoying each other, yada, yada, yada. She even said, right, she's like, wants an extrovert, someone that's gonna, what it sound like, go out, do stuff like that. That's what she was after. And then basically kind of like what she was getting was the results of that, right? I think too, like she was realizing what she's done in the past and was figuring out why that was. And she clearly described it, right? Like you said, saying the quiet part aloud.
The reason why I brought up this video and the reason why I want us to go over it is because I wanted other men to understand this is just the way it is. You know, this is how women think. This is coming from a woman's mouth. You want to be that man, as she calls it, fuck boy. I would say that's just the reality of being a man. That's what happens when you start becoming more of a man, getting into your masculinity. And that includes going to the gym. That includes talking to women. That includes doing the hard things, becoming this person. Men have to earn this. They're not just born and all of a sudden they're a fuckboy, or all of a sudden they can go fuck all these chicks or whatever. They can't do that. Having confidence, having suave, the things that she went ahead and named, you're not just born with this. Like you have to build that. I mean, you have to become those things. So I think that's pretty important.
I am the best in the game. Run it. Think you match up with me? Funny, bullets go through your brain. Dummy, I am the one that's insane. Dub it. You know my name. It's MrRich, 1956. Don't matter if it is squad or solos coming for the clips.